Hi and hello everyone. Welcome to my channel and welcome back. If you are a return subscriber, happy new year. Once again, happy new year. Even though I know you've probably seen it trending on social media, this is the beginning of the calendar year, yes. So we're in 2025 now, but as it is winter and as we don't have really anything growing, blooming, kind of starting again, this is really not the start of the new year. Me personally, before, this started trending right on social media, because everybody's kind of bringing this to light, I feel like, at least on my algorithm, that the start of the new year really starts in April, or, in springtime. That's when things are renewed and refreshed and coming back to life and all of those things. And we're like starting again, like a fresh start. So it's funny because my birthday is in April. My birthday is April 15th. And I've always seen this time of year at the new year as kind of like my first, well, it is like going to be the first quarter of the year from January to March. But I've always kind of felt like, okay, this is like my time to, really get myself together for before my own personal new year, my birthday, where I'm going to be turning a year older. So I've always seen this time as kind of like a really important pocket of time in the year where I'll set goals for myself. I will really just kind of feel that fire under my butt to just kind of implement certain things and make sure that certain things are accomplished and done before my birthday. So for me, I have always seen this time as a time to kind of go inward and just reset, revamp, recalibrate, get certain things in order before the new year, my own personal new year, and also springtime, which it's really like when the new year for everybody kind of starts and we come back to life. The weather is warming up. We're going outside more. We're doing more, just in the world and out and about, and summer's around the corner and we're going to be traveling and all of these things. So with that being said, welcome to the video. I just wanted to kind of preface that because I do love this time of year. As you can see, my Christmas tree is still up. Probably going to keep it up for the rest of the month, to be honest. I'm just enjoying it. And a lot of my Christmas decorations are actually can carry over into January. It's a lot of snowy, cold, trees and things that are kind of Christmassy, but also not too Christmassy to where I can keep them up for longer. So anyway, all that to say, I am looking forward to January and the rest of this month. As you can see, I am doing No by January. So we are going to be talking about that in this video. I also want to talk about not just the no buy, but actually just the philosophy, which I've already kind of started the video out talking about, just my mindset and kind of the philosophy behind what I'm doing and why I'm doing it this month. Okay. So as I'm filming this video, it is January 3rd already. So, we started the new year, January 1st. For me, I have just been resting a lot. Just kind of planning, prepping for the month, taking time for myself, of course. The holidays are busy and all that jazz, and usually, we do end up spending a lot of money and things like that. But it wasn't even about the money for me. I didn't travel this year, so I definitely didn't spend as much, or this past year. I did not spend as much as I have in years past. 2023, I spent a lot of money because I was out of the country for Christmas and New Year's. So that was a lot more for me to kind of come back from that following month. But this year, I was in town took it easy, just kind of laid low for the holidays. And that has been a really great thing for me kind of coming into this month, because I'm able to kind of just hit the ground running. I've already kind of started implementing certain things that I'm going to be sharing with you in this no-buy video, and kind of my plans and what I'm doing to have a successful no-buy January and reach certain financial goals. Not only financial goals though, I'm also looking to reach health and fitness goals. I am using this month as a time to kind of just recalibrate, regroup, get in the right mindset, the right headspace in my, just with my mentality, being mentally kind of strong and being able to, you know, work on certain things as far as inner work goes, in my spiritual life and walk with God and all of those beautiful things, making sure that I am kind of setting myself up for, you know, routines that are going to allow me to just really make my spirit strong again. I feel like that's something that I have not been as intentional about these last few months. And you know, I'm ready for that. I need that in my life, you know. I have not been on YouTube that consistently, so I feel like I have not shared like too much of like what has been going on in my life. But 2024 was a journey for me. You know, it was a big journey. There's so many things that have just kind of been like in the process for me as I've just been transitioning. One of those big areas has been career. So that's another thing that I'm really going to be focusing on, putting my time and energy into for the month of January. And I just have goals like in every area of my life that from January to March, this pocket of time, this first quarter of the year, I am really diving into head first. I am really just kind of like zeroing in, focusing in, and, you know, taking it seriously. So I was looking back at an old notebook that I do a lot of like my prayer. It's like kind of like a prayer journal, but also like just in my like quiet time, you know, with God and things like that. Like I'll usually kind of just jot down things. And I love to write like lists in general, but list of my goals. I love to write lists of my goals, you know, just, I have them everywhere in all of my notebooks, all of my diaries, journals, whatever. Cause I'm a big like notebook person. And I like to like write stuff. I'm always writing my goals down. I'm always writing just like a list. And I was looking at something that I wrote down last year, and it kind of made me sad because most of those things I did not accomplish within an entire year. And it wasn't like they were super lofty goals. They were goals that like I should have been able to accomplish in the matter of like a couple of months at most, even in some cases. And I kind of just felt like, wow. While I did do a lot in the year of 2024, I feel like I definitely did not maximize my time and use my time in the best ways that I could have. I definitely gave my energy and time away to things that it just wasn't serving me, you know, for what I want in my life and where I'm going and where I really want to go. And I think like it was just disappointing to kind of see that some of the things that I was looking to do in 2024, I'm still trying to accomplish in 2020, like the beginning of 2025. So I am really kind of dedicating these next 3 months to fast track and like get some things done, get some things like crossed off of that list, because it is 100% possible. And I'm not going to take an entire year to achieve certain goals that like it shouldn't take me that long to do. Now, one of the things I think in 2024 as well that I did was I was going through kind of a journey of transitioning career-wise. I've been knowing for a while that I need to get out of education. I've shared this in previous videos. This is something that I know, you know, is happening for me, is, you know, it's going to happen. It is happening. And I have kind of just been going through like, you know, a lot of just inner work and just things to where I am trying to figure out what is next for me in this next season of my career, my life, you know, and there have just been things that I've been ignoring, conviction that I've been ignoring, signs that I've been ignoring, when it comes to what I really should be doing in my life and where my gifts lie and what is for me. And I'm praying and believing and hoping that like I'm going to be able to come on YouTube and I'm going to be able to make an entire video about how I left the field of education and move forward into something that is actually able to provide me the life that I want. And, you know, just career-wise, like how I was able to do what I, you know, am wanting to do. And you hopefully at that time, obviously, would currently be doing. So anyways, I know that's like super vague, but I wanted to kind of just give y'all some kind of background over the last year, kind of what I've been going through and where my head's been at and what has pretty much brought me to this point here. Same thing with health and fitness goals. I fluctuated a lot on the scale. And I will say back to the career, 2024 was a crazy year for job seekers. Guys, I can't tell you how many applications I put out, how many interviews I went on. I literally, anybody who knows me personally has known that I have been on this journey for a while. I have invested, you know, several hundreds of dollars into courses, into, you know, things that are supposed to, like, that were, you know, and actually it did provide a lot of value. You know, and it was a part of my journey this past year and just kind of like figuring out what I want for myself as I transition up careers. But I was learning, I was failing, I was succeeding in certain ways. It was a journey and it's still a journey, but I'm at the point now where I kind of have a clear viewpoint and clear track ahead, and it's mostly kind of just up to me to implement. So more on that later. I know like it's a lot, but 2024, you know, with the layoffs, the job postings, the, you know, applications, and gosh, I have like a million versions of my resume. Like if you were a job seeker in 2024, just like hats off to you. It was not an easy year to be, you know, a job applicant and to be on a job search journey. If you were laid off in the year 2024, just understand that more is coming, better is coming for you. I truly believe that everything does happen for a reason. And if you were, you know, able to stay employed this past year, then that's a blessing as well. But if you feel like there's more out there for you and it's like, this is the time for that, then I 100%, I feel like you should lean into that. I do recommend something that I'm actually going to be doing, fasting and prayer, so that you can come out of that period of time where you're doing fasting and prayer with a much clearer mind on where it is that you're supposed to be going in this new year. 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I'm really excited. We're starting it off with a bang. So not only am I doing the no buy January, I am also using that time where I am not going to be spending money, not going to be shopping, not going to be going out to eat, not going to be doing all the things that I truthfully, love and absolutely like. It's going to be a little hard, you know, but I'm going to be taking that time and I'm going to be utilizing it towards, you know, my goals, my life in ways that, you know, I have been avoiding in the past. But, you know, that extra time that I'm going to have from my no buy is going to allow me to just be so much more successful in other areas of my life, because that's where I'm going to be able to put my time, energy, and focus. So If this is something that you are wanting to join me on for the month of January, highly, highly, highly recommend. Come on in, come on in. I'm gonna be making more content about this as I go through, but I did want to share with you guys kind of like that background, right? Where we were coming from in 2024 and how we are, moving forward in 2025. What I'm doing, to just make sure that I can be successful in this no-buy. Number one, and I already posted this video, you can go back and watch it if you want. It's totally for the girls. Just I did a haul of like all of the things that I knew I would be needing, pretty much for the rest of winter, and pretty much thinking just forward to the next 3 months. I'm sure like once I get into February and even March, there may be like 1 or 2 things that I might need to buy as far as clothes or makeup or things like that. But as far as the month of January, I am 100% good. I'm good to go. I don't need a single thing else. And what I really wanted to do was just make sure that I had everything that I needed so that when I am shopping, I'm able to stick to my budget and I don't feel like I need to make any extra impulse purchases. So what I have done is, and I've already placed all my orders in, so I will be receiving packages in the month of January, but all of the buying has pretty much been done. And what I'm allowed to buy myself during this month is just the essentials, okay? Groceries, gas, and just paying my household bills. So that's pretty much it. No coffees and no Starbucks. I love me some Starbucks, none of that. I'm gonna be making my coffee at home, going to be, every day, which I already do that, but like every day. So nothing like that. No restaurants, no going out for drinks with my friends or anything like that. Like even by myself, sometimes I like to go and sit at the bar and have me a little drink or have me a little, treat myself or whatever. I did treat myself though before starting this challenge to a sushi night because that's something that had been kind of like on my heart and I hadn't gotten a chance to do that in December. So I made sure that I went out for sushi, had a little lychee martini. It was on my heart, guys. Look, it was on my heart. But what I'm going to be doing in the month of January, no eating out, no restaurants. I have a savings goal, so I'm going to be focusing on my savings goal. Obviously, I'm going to be going to work, and I'm going to be working out and going to the gym. And I have a really fabulous gym. I go to Lifetime here in my area, so I'm just going to be making sure that I use up all of that, which I already do, but I mean, I'll have more time to use a lot of the amenities there and enjoy the amenities there. I'm going to make sure that I am sticking to, my workout regimen, my skincare regimen, just making sure that I'm taking really, really good care of myself and really just kind of resetting in that department as well. Of course, making content again on a more consistent basis. And also just, making sure that I am preparing, really just healthy and nutritious meals for myself on a daily basis and weekly basis. Focusing on career things that I have kind of set for myself. So really, I'm just going to be working and living, and I'm hoping that by the end of this month, I'll be able to come back on and make another video and just say, this is what I have been doing and this was the result, and like I did it. I also stocked up. I showed y'all in the haul kind of everything that I got. I do have a bunch of notebooks like I was saying earlier. This is one of my manifestation notebooks, and what I like to do in this one specifically is I like to script. And so one thing that I would recommend that I've done is go ahead and write kind of like a journal entry to yourself about how successful your No by January has been. So for me, I just started off my kind of journaling, my scripting to say, wow, my No by January was a huge success. I saved X amount for such and such and such. I lost X amount of weight. I achieved this goal. I was able to do this thing. I feel so amazing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So I went ahead and I kind of just journaled that all out. And then I also went ahead and listed out the things that I did to make sure that I was successful at this. Okay, I gotta pause my TV because it went into commercials. And I love to play like those background, like ambiance videos, okay? But I went ahead and listed out like my daily routine, like things that I wanted to make sure that I was doing to also add to the success of my no buy, which included going to bed at a certain time, right? Making sure that my night routines were set, making sure that my morning routine was set. I was waking up at a certain time every day, or at least, Monday through Friday. As far as my other routines, when it comes to my skincare, when it comes to journaling, my quiet time, my alone time, all of these things, right? I just went ahead and like included it in my script. So when I read it back, it's a whole story, but it also allows me to have a much clearer picture of how I want this month, specifically this month, to go. Okay. I'm also going to be making sure that I'm going to be taking a break though for like 3 days over Martin Luther King weekend because I am hosting my best friend. So we are definitely going to have to go out and do things. And I know that that's coming and I'm planning for that. But I'm planning to also make up that time by extending my no buy a couple of days in February. Okay. So wanted to say that because I'm not sure if I will be making content or not when she's here. I'm hoping to. So I'm hoping to kind of include her in some things. So anyway, something to look forward to. But I wanted to also show you guys, along with the scripting, I did also create some things for myself for the month to kind of help me be successful. Number one being the meal planner. So this I just got off Canva. You can get a free template. You can literally get this template off Canva for free. All you have to do is just go in and edit it if you have anything that you want to edit. I think I was good to just print it out as is. One thing that I do feel like though, in this section, I kind of think I could probably get rid of the snacks because I wanted to kind of use it and see how I like it. And then if I didn't like this style, I was going to go in and like extend the areas that I might need more of. So like, for instance, this little pink grocery list box, I may just like delete the snacks and notes and just like extend that all the way to the bottom because I may have like a longer grocery list, right? Not just like a couple of things, but like a whole list. So I may just go ahead and do that. Or I may keep the notes because I'd like to also like remind myself what my goal for that week is as far as my meal plan. What I also love is that they have the breakfast, lunch, and dinner sections for each day of the week. And then you can also write the week of and then the month. So this is just like something that I can keep reprinting and use for each month. I can put it up on my fridge if I want to. And I feel like this is going to be a really great resource for me to just make sure that I am planning accordingly and appropriately for each month. And it's super cute. So love that. I also have a monthly budget planner. So I'm a paper and pen type of girl. If you like digital things, then, again, Canva, but also, there's so many resources out there. I mean, for me personally, I like to sit down and actually write things out and have a physical hard copy. So I do like this. You can kind of see they've got many different boxes, but it's pretty simple and straightforward, which I like. I don't want anything too complicated. I want my budget to be super simple. So they've got like an income box, which is great for me because I do work multiple jobs. And so one thing that I do want to get a better grasp on this month is to also know how much money is actually coming in, because I know whereabouts how much money I have got, coming in income each month, but exactly it does fluctuate. So I do want to kind of get a better idea of how much money I'm actually bringing in each month. And I think that's something that like is very, very crucial, because you need to know how much money you got coming in each month so that you can actually like assign your money to where it needs to go and where you want it to go. Each dollar has a job. So I am going to be making sure that I have a better idea about that. Expenses. So what I realized with using this sheet is I'm going to go in and edit it and actually make my expenses list longer, because I realized I actually have a lot more expenses than just this little box. So gonna need to extend that one. And then savings goal. I just have one savings goal right now. So, you know, for the month, I have one savings goal. I don't really need this whole thing. Although, you know, next month it'll be something different. The following month it'll be something different. So slowly but surely we'll be working through all of the things, all of the savings and whatnot. And then this is the debt box. Now for me, I am not really in a paying debt down mode. I do have some debt, don't get me wrong. That's definitely in the works. For my financial plan, I am not going to be paying down debt as far as like these next 3 months, at least. For me, I feel like I have some other pressing financial matters that I'm going to kind of focus on first, and then I'm going to worry more so about my debt. Although it doesn't mean that I'm not ignoring it. Like I have like another debt tracker where I've got like everything that I've got, you know, listed. Of course, I'm going to be making my payments that I know I need to make. Like for instance, my car payment. Obviously, like I do have a car loan. So that's not like I'm ignoring that. I have that debt. I'm going to make sure I pay my car note, right? Like every other bill. But as far as like my student loans, for instance, you know, credit cards, things like that, like just kind of like paying the minimums. I'm not focusing on, you know, paying that down right now. I hope that makes sense. Should make sense. But that is kind of something that I'm also utilizing. You know, I feel like for me, another resource that I've also really been loving is Dave Ramsey. Even though I don't agree with every single thing that he does talk about, I feel like in this no-buy period, it's definitely helpful. And for the next 3 months, I will be kind of doing a no-buy in certain areas, with the exception of like certain times of the month. For instance, like in the month of February, I pretty much would be implementing the no-buy, with the exception of one trip that I will be taking. And then with the exception of one event that I am going to be co-hosting. Galentine's. Okay, look, I gotta do my Galentine's. So basically, when it comes to Dave Ramsey, I don't agree that like, okay, I'm just gonna like shut down all spending on extra things and work 90 hours a week to pay off my debt and all this. No, I don't agree with living my life that way, whether I'm in debt or not. However, I think taking like actually being intentional about where I spend my money and when, that is something that I definitely will, like I do take from a lot of the things that he talks about. I think in this month, I am going to be kind of doing that, you know, pedal to the metal thing. And then also in the month of March, most likely, because I don't really have anything going on in the month of March, I'm just going to be gearing up for my birthday month, and I've got a bunch of stuff planned for the month of April. So getting myself ready for that. And then of course, after that, it's like basically we're in summer. So that is kind of like my plan, and I have been talking for 30 minutes. I feel like it was all good stuff. Hopefully that helped you, and I will definitely be taking you guys along on this journey this month of my No Buy January, letting you know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, my results at the end, and I am really looking forward to just fast tracking and achieving my goals you know, full stop, like pedal to the metal, hitting it hard at the beginning of the year like this, and then continuing to let that momentum drive me throughout the rest of the year. Okay, so I'm gonna love you guys and leave you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! If you plan on doing this with me, comment down below. Let's talk about it. Let me know if there's any other type of content you want to see regarding like this Know by January. I have so many ideas, and I might even make like a playlist. So anyways, guys, very exciting, very, very exciting. So I'm gonna love you guys and leave you guys, and I will see ya in the next one. Bye, everyone.